And we do have our first caller on the line, and that is Monica. And Monica is from Jackson. Welcome to Law Call. And what is your question this evening?
Yes, good evening to you all.
Good.
I am aware of tenant and landlord rights, but when you're living in a shared home or dwelling and you're exercising a home setting, what are the border rights for those who are in a home with all the housing crisis that's going on and you're sharing a space and are there bylaws and rights, or how do you access those rights? And if you're being told Monday, which is October the 1st, you need to move out when you've moved in on October the 4th, and you're not expecting to move because you had a longer situation, what do you do? Because I haven't been given any notice other than a
Okay, thank
verbal.
you so much for your call. Sam, what is your advice for our caller?
That touches on your first question to a certain extent, that lawyers are specialized. And Harry and I have practiced together for a long time and used to have our own firms and did some things outside of personal injury. I don't have a lot of experience with that, but she indicates she hadn't gotten an eviction notice. There are steps to be taken to legally get you out of an apartment or a home. I'm assuming she's probably signed a contract of some sort. I don't know if she has or if she was a guest of someone that was renting the property. But if she's concerned about that, that's something to reach out to an attorney that does that kind of work. She could reach out to Harry and I at Morgan & Morgan. We would refer to someone that could help.
Okay, did you want to add anything to that comment, Harry?
Yeah, let me just say, I don't have a lease in front of me to know what kind of lease that was entered into. And under landlord tenant law, it all depends upon whether or not, it's week to week, month to month, that type of thing. But the caller did hit on something at the very end where she talked about notice. And depending on the lease, that determines what kind of notice has to be given. And then to follow up on what Sam said, there is an eviction process that they have to go through. I did represent someone when I was on my own under a Landlord Tenant Act case, where the landlord actually, when the person had left an apartment in this case, went and changed the locks and kept my client's, and she had a baby, personal effects, everything from the baby's clothes and crib and all sorts of things. And then, without going through the proper eviction notice. And then we actually had a counterclaim against them because they didn't go through the proper process and therefore, had our goods improperly. And so we made a counterclaim. Eventually it was worked out, but you do have to give proper notice. I just can't tell you because I don't have a copy of the lease, but it's all dependent upon what the agreement was in the lease, really. It's what we need to have.
Oh, okay, it looks like Mike can get on the phone calls, make some calls really quick there. She's got short time frame there.